and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Ness and I like to talk about books. It's been a hot minute since I've been on here. I had to take a break for my mental health and well-being and I haven't been feeling myself. And I'm sure you know that when you're not feeling yourself, the first thing that goes is your hobbies. It just becomes really hard to motivate yourself to engage in your hobbies, and especially with putting yourself out on the internet. Everybody knows if you're clearly not yourself. And I didn't want to just put out forced content. So I took a break. I'm back. I've done a lot of reading. I've got a lot to talk about. I've got a lot to update on. I have such a backlog of content that I need to film, and I'm genuinely excited to film it now that I'm coming into a better headspace. My issue is I'm now contending with light situations. I have just finished work and it's already nearly night time and the clocks haven't changed yet. So I may not be able to make content as quickly as what I want to because I'm only going to have certain times of the day that I can film. If you are a YouTuber, let me know what your go-to solution is other than, you know, giving up work to be able to make content. But what better way to get me back into filming content than looking at absolutely stunning books? And I know that the Fairyloot adult subscription will not let me down. I have the September book and the October book to open, so I'm going to open the September one first. If you want to go straight to my reaction for the October one, I'll leave the timestamp here. I also do have 2 Illumicrate boxes to open. I just got a delivery of my October box yesterday, and I have my September box, which I actually haven't been surprised for. I also haven't seen this book. I don't know how I've avoided spoilers, but I guess in that respect I need to thank my poor mental health for keeping me off the internet. I've been really enjoying my Fairyloot and Illumicrate subscription. I did put my Fairyloot young adult one on hold and forgot to skip for this month, so I think I might be getting the October young adult box. I don't know. I saw the September box and I am pleased I skipped that one. The book wasn't for me and the items weren't for me, so I would have been let down by that one, so I think that was a good skip. So the theme for the September adult Fairyloot book is Beneath the Mask, and now I remember seeing this one and looking into this book, but I forgot what the cover looks like, so I'm going to go into this pretty blind. Oh, it's very nice. We have actually an author letter again. This seems to be becoming more of a staple in the adult box. They didn't come for a while, but now they have started coming, and this looks like a female Zorro. Oh, this is beautiful. So I'm looking at what the normal edition looks like, and this is an exclusive cover and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got elements from the normal edition but revamped. I actually do prefer this edition so much more. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm having a look for the first time at the side and oh, it's so beautiful. And it's what people have been asking for. There's been so much talk online around Fairyloot books and their designs being just the front of the cover then printed onto the sides, and this is completely new and absolutely gorgeous in colour. This bird is just absolutely stunning. One of my favourite printed edges for a very long time. Okay, so we have a reversible cover on the inside, but it doesn't have the title on, so I'm probably not going to use this. But I think this is absolutely stunning. The character art is absolutely beautiful. This would have made such stunning end paper art. Really, really nicely designed. And I can't stop looking at the hardcover foiling. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the most foiling I've ever seen on a book. This is unbelievably beautiful. This is on the front and on the back. I think my favourite thing about this though is what it looks like on the side. This looks like a really old-fashioned book that you see in vintage shops. So far, I'm really loving the redesign of this book. This is a solid 9 out of 10 for Fairyloot. The end papers are also really nice. They don't have characters on though, but I like that. It's a nice break. Certainly not opposed to a nice landscape instead. And on the back is the same landscape, but the sun is setting, and I just think this is really beautifully done. The young adult books and the adult books are absolutely worlds apart now. They feel so much different, and for the first year they didn't, and that was one of my big criticisms. But they've made them so unique. There is no doubt that this is from the adult subscription. And when I say that, I mean in terms of the design, which is something that Fairyloot obviously have some control over with the publisher. What I don't mean is in terms necessarily of the book choice and the book pick. I know that's a lot of the criticism of Fairyloot Adult, is that the books that they include in their subscriptions read young adult and they could be young adult, and Fairyloot try to say it's more of a crossover subscription. I don't know where this book falls on that scale. This book is a fantasy novel which is a reimagining of Zorro, a female Zorro. I must say the reviews for this aren't the best, but Goodreads is a really good source for that, to have a look at what people are saying about this book. I don't particularly know if this is one I'm going to keep, but I actually really want to keep it as a Fairyloot collector just for this part. But I'm not rushing to read this, but I do think Fairyloot have done an absolutely gorgeous job with the design of this. Maybe just a bit disappointed around the book pick for this month. I think there was better books that they could have got a deal for. But in terms of the design, I'm not disappointed and I can't fault it. So moving on now to the October box, which is a book that I am much more excited for. This book is probably one of the biggest that they've picked for this year in terms of hype and the marketing around it and all of the talk around it. So I'm really excited to see what Fairyloot have done with this one. I know there's a beautiful Waterstones edition available for this book, and I didn't buy it because I was kind of hoping, I was putting all my eggs in Fairyloot's basket for giving me something more beautiful than what Waterstones were putting out. The theme is My Dear Nemesis. It's the Hurricane Wars. I've not seen it in person. I was not expecting a book this chunky, if I'm honest, so I'm excited. Okay, so far it's given me not much. Purple, the typical Fairyloot purple, which is also kind of the main colour of the book. Are we going to get a redesign or a recolour? It's upside down. It's a redesign. Okay, so I thought that the original edition was absolutely stunning. This one just takes it to another level. This is so beautiful. I absolutely love the characters on this and the way they're meeting, and it's less foiling, or it looks like it's less foiling than the normal edition, but it's so beautiful. It's so different but really fits in at the same time, and the pattern for the cover is continuous onto the digitally printed edge. You can just see the building is extended beyond here. Oh, this is beautiful. I am so cheered up right now. And again, we have an offer letter. Beautiful. Wait, I skipped ahead. I forgot to check if the September book was signed. It's not, it's a digital signature, but I absolutely don't mind. Okay, back to normal schedule. Is this book signed? No, this one is a digital signature as well, but honestly, I don't mind. Personally, I would rather have digital signatures and nicer edition books. There is a space here if you wanted to get this pen signed by the author, which is really nice because then it kind of fits in a bit more. I can't stop looking at this. I think this is absolutely one of the best designs that they've done in this subscription. I can't believe it just keeps getting better. Oh my god, better, it gets better, it gets better. The end papers. I've just seen them when I opened them to take the cover off to see what was underneath, and it's foiling. Oh god. Right, we're gonna skip ahead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, there's nothing on the underside of this. The hardcover is beautiful. Wow. I don't know what to say. The hardcover is this is in my top 3 editions ever of special edition books. I am so pleased I didn't get the Waterstones edition. The colours, the files, the design, there's a lot going on here. I love how it has the title of the book. This part is beautiful. The back is just as stunning. This is absolutely one of my prized bookish possessions now. I have no words for how beautiful this is. One of the best. One of the best. And then you've got the end papers, which everything is just tied in so beautifully. What on earth? Oh my god. This is in foil. Oh my goodness. Fairyloot, take a bow. One of the best tied in designs. Beautiful redesigns. It's just so much. This is why I get the Fairyloot Adult subscription. Illumicrate and Fairyloot Young Adult just don't do it like this. I mean, we've had some really cracking Illumicrate books, but nothing like this. This is an absolute 10 out of 10. I'm trying to think about which books I've liked more than this in terms of special editions, and I can't think of any. I love the Babel editions that October Fairyloot did, but nothing like this. This has completely blown me away. I think this might be my favourite that I've ever got. I very rarely buy special edition sequels to books that have been in book boxes, but I will be looking out for the sequel to this one and buying that if this book is any good. Even if it's just marginally good, you know, because this is staying with me forever. So this book has mixed reviews. Apparently you can tell that this started out as Star Wars fanfiction. Some of the best books that we've read have started out as fanfiction, that's all I'm gonna say. Female main character has grown up in an orphanage. All she's ever known is the Hurricane Wars, and she is living in a nation under siege from the Night Emperor, and she has a source of light magic that she's hiding. Sounds a bit Shadow and Bone. The male lead is the son and heir of the House of something, tasked with obliterating the neighbouring place where I think the female main character is. Yes, that's true. He's focused on extinguishing all threats to the Night Empire. He sees the female main character burning brightly on the battlefield with the same magic that slew his grandfather, turned his father into a monster, and ignited the decade-long Hurricane Wars. He tries and fails to kill her, something about her making him pause, allowing his now greatest enemy to slip through his fingers. But a new greater horror emerges from across the Eversea, one that promises to cause even more devastation than the Hurricane Wars, and they must work together to stop it. I think it sounds good. I'm really looking forward to reading this, but this edition is honestly absolutely... I don't particularly care what is in this book. I'm gonna look at this for the next 2 hours and be very overwhelmed. I am honestly so happy with my Adult Fairyloot subscription right now. It's unbelievable. I still enjoy getting every book every month, and I'm really excited to see how they end this year. Thank you for watching, thank you for sticking by me. If you are a new subscriber, hello. I'm hopefully going to have more content out in the near future, which gives you a little taste of my life. I'm going to hopefully do a bookshelf tour. I've been trying to get my bookshelves in order. I've got some data graphs coming up for you. I'm really looking forward to allowing you to have a look into my reading life and my book collecting life. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.